Alright everybody, welcome back to another turn of Operation Outer Space. This is going to be turn 20 for the Japanese, January 46. Before we get into it, a bit of housekeeping from the Soviet turn. They took Western Germany, but I have two fighters and a jet in Bavaria that are going to want to scramble into Western Germany to try to prevent that. We do already have the first 5 rolls for the 2 infantry class units copied from the video, so let's just go ahead and start rolling out for the aircraft. We have 2 fighters at 4 and a jet fighter at 7. Rolling round 1. There's a hit, and that will mean the air transport is dead as well because of an air superiority hit. There will be a Marine that I'll return to Western Germany before I pass things along. The Soviets also lose 4 IPP from their bank that they just collected. Alright, now we can jump into the Japanese turn. We'll start with the tech as always. We'll be rolling for ASW with a hit on a 7 or higher. That's a miss. Result of 2, in case you're listening and not watching. Over to the purchases, we have... oh no, I didn't think this through adequately. We have 31 to spend. We're gonna do another militia, make that total of 31. Spend it all. 2 militia, 1 marine, 5 IPP of strategic bombing damage repair, 2 fighters, and beginning a airfield. Okay, on to our combat moves. We do have 2 to declare. From I-12, we have 2 coastal submarines attacking P-50, joined by 1 submarine and P-51, and 1 tactical bomber from Delhi, flying 1, 2, 3, and 2 tactical bombers from Honshu, flying 1, 2, 3, 4. Both of those groups of aircraft have 2 movement left with which to land. And our other combat, we have 6 infantry, 1 airborne, marching from Rihi into Beiping, joined by 1 fighter from Honshu. With all of our declarations complete at this point, let's go ahead and roll out our combats. Let's start in the south. We do have an American fighter that has an opportunity to scramble from the airbase in Sumatra. I don't have a response from MNB yet regarding whether he wants to do that or not, but I strongly suspect he does not want to do that, and he would prefer to keep the fighter alive in Sumatra, so we're going to go ahead and roll it out like that. We have no first strikes. He does have a destroyer, so we'll roll our submarines out. Tactical bombers, there's 1 hit. 2, 3 hits. And then in defense, we have 1 destroyer and 1 heavy cruiser. Just 1 hit in return. So there's a coastal sub dead, and everything here is dead. Alright. Let's go ahead and roll for the other battle as well. We have 7 infantry class units attacking with no terrain penalty into the city at a 2 or less, and 1 fighter at 4. There's 1 hit that we need. And then in defense, there's a militia rolling at 3 in an unsurrounded city. There's a hit, so we lose the airborne. Now at the end of the combat movement phase, or the combat phase rather, let's go ahead and land our aircraft. Fighter from Beiping is returning to Honshu. And the 3 tactical bombers are flying to southern India, 1-2. And we can now move on to the non-combat movement phase. We've got from Delhi 2 heavy tanks moving into southern India, joined by 6 infantry and a marine from Calcutta. And then we have from Bengal 3 infantry and 3 artillery going into Calcutta. We've got 1 fighter flying to Honshu from Tokyo. And we've got a naval transport moving from P5 to P19. Unfortunately, MMD saw through my trick to get his units further away from combat. So, guess he has to actually try to survive now. I do believe with that we have all of our movements finished. I'm not going to move that guy. Yeah. So let's go ahead and place our buys and collect our income. Base income of 31 right now. We get +1 for a Chinese coast territory, and that's it. We'll be declaring the airfield to be started in southern India, and we'll be repairing the strategic bombing damage in the major shipyard of Tokyo. We've got 2 fighters being placed in Tokyo. We've got a marine in Tokyo, a militia in Atu and Kiska, and we'll do the militia in southern India. Yeah, let's do that. You know what? I'll put the militia in Delhi instead of southern India. I don't think I'm worried about an American amphibious invasion next turn. Alright, we'll leave things there. Looks like things are in place. We can pass things along over to the next British Commonwealth and Free French turn. Yeah, so we'll leave things there and say best of luck on your next rolls.